Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Bezoge. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. Now, before getting into the video, as usual, I do want to mention the two donation links down below in the description. Feel free to support Ukraine's military and feel free to support the Ukrainian refugees who are now fleeing their country because of the Russian invasion. And if you have any negative comments, any pro-Russian comments, save yourself some breath, save yourself some time, save some time for all the people who are going to read that crap. So yeah, we don't want any of you in this community, guys. If you have anything negative to say about me and me trying to defend and support my own country, then just leave the video, please. And without further ado, let's jump into the weekly chart. So Bezoge hasn't really been doing anything. That's why I don't do too many updates, or I don't do updates too often on this token, basically. So we are on the weekly chart right now, and as you can see, we do have an ascending white support trend line over here. If I just zoom in a little bit more so you can see it better, as you can see, we have been hitting this white trend line ever since December of 2021. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now is the 9th touch off of this support. So I would assume that this is where we are going to bounce and continue our move to the upside. And if you are a swing trader, then you can potentially buy here right now. I'm going to change the color of the brush. I do apologize. They did update DEX tools. So now it isn't that laggy actually, but it's still pretty, the charts aren't that good. For example, if I go into the RSI, actually on the daily chart, the RSI is pretty crappy, but we're going to get to that in a second. But here on the weekly chart, what you can do if you are looking for swing trades is you can buy over here once you have a bounce off of this trend line, because you could have bought every time you had a bounce off this trend line, and you could have taken profits once, your target was hit. And your target is, depending where you want to sell, depending on your financial situation, depending on your goals. Now we have this green buy zone below us, and I'm going to call out the last 6 digits of the price. So 003086 all the way down to 002162. This is the buy zone that I would keep an eye on, because as you can see, each time we went into this buy zone, we had a move to the upside. So you can potentially still have a wick all the way down here and then recover back above the support trend line and continue your move to the upside. So right now, obviously, it's a great time to be dollar cost averaging into Bezoge. As you can see, the stochastic just started recovering from the oversold, and right now we're getting that bearish cross, and we are potentially going to start moving back down. So if you see yourself come back below the index of 30, actually no, below the index of 20 into the oversold zone once again, then at that point you can buy even more tokens than you are potentially going to buy right now, because if the indicators are pointing towards an asset being oversold, then that means that that's the best opportunity to be getting into that particular token. But as you can see, the RSI is consolidating in the middle, really doing nothing. So the price isn't really doing anything right now. We are losing the 20 EMA on the weekly chart, which is the yellow line over here. That is quite negative. And this means that we can potentially see even more moves to the downside. But like I said, we have a strong support trend line here that we have bounced off of 8 times previously. So I do think there is some validity to this support trend line. So keep an eye on this, potentially, set some limit orders, buy some tokens now, and then buy some tokens if we drop even lower. But above us, you can see we have a red sell zone, basically. So this is a resistance zone. This doesn't mean that you have to sell on these prices, because obviously the next time we attack this zone, we can potentially break through and continue with the uptrend to the upside. And if you sell here, you can potentially be left with your money while the price of the token skyrockets. So be careful where you take profits with these tokens, because if they start mooning, as you say, or as they start, exploding in price action, then you're going to have to wait a long time for the price to come back this low. But as you can see, what we're doing right now is actually healthy, because we've had this strong move to the upside. As you can see, from October of last year, we had a move of, let me get that right. We had a move, actually, yeah, the chart doesn't work because I can't get the percentages, as you can see, but this was a pretty big move. So we moved, I would say this was like a 800% move at least. And now we came back down, we're consolidating, and we're basically reaccumulating for another move to the upside, hopefully. So if you believe in the project, you like the project, there is no point in me, there is no point in waiting for the price to drop lower if it's consolidating on these support levels. You have to dollar cost average in your positions, because if you've been buying at these prices over here, it's only smart to average in at these lower prices over here. So yeah, that's regarding the weekly chart. I'm not even going to set up a Fibonacci retracement. Actually, I could do that, but since the price isn't really doing anything, I didn't want to do that. So I'm just going to show you how I set up my Fibonacci retracement, because the charts did get updated. So basically, that's my Fib retracement. I go into the settings. I remove all the fib levels that I don't need. I set the fib retracement into reverse. I remove the background, and I have my price labels on the right side. Okay, and yep, there we go. So this is how it works. And as you can see, the sell zone over here aligns with the 0.382 Fibonacci retracement over here. So this is our swing low. This is our swing high. I didn't take this swing high on the weekly because that's just a long wick. So I just wanted to stay conservative. But the golden ratio over here is very important, and this is something that you need to keep an eye on. So 008007, last 6 digits of the price, that is an important Fibonacci level that you need to break in order for you to be sure, or 90% sure, that you're going to have a retracement to this high over here. But that's still yet to come. Obviously, if we run into the golden ratio, we fail to break it 2 times, you are potentially looking at a dead cat scenario, a dead cat bounce, and potential rollover once again to the white trend line. But that is yet to come. We'll see how it all happens. Obviously, you can set some sell orders in advance. Maybe we'll get a wick to that area and have a move back down. No one knows how it's going to play out. Depends on what your swing trading strategy is. Depends on where you'd like to take profits. If you are looking to take profits in a long time, for example, you're going to be holding the tokens for a year or 2 years, then there is no point in selling right now unless you're looking to swing trade. Now let's jump into the daily chart over here. So this is where I want to show you the RSI, and I really don't know what's wrong with this chart. So the RSI has been glitched out like this for a very long time. Right now the RSI is sitting on the index of 0, so I don't think there's any point of us looking at the RSI. However, the stochastic RSI is doing a bit better here. As you can see, we did have this glitched out part over here, but so far after that, it seems like it has been performing well. So right now we are near the oversold zone, so I would say this is a great time to be accumulating based on the daily stochastic RSI. Now if we jump into the price action here, you can see that we are below the 200 EMA, which is the purple line, and we have potentially, or we did have a bullish cross here, but potentially right now we're going to get a bearish cross where the 20 moving average, the 20 EMA, is going to cross below the 55. And the last time that happened, we had a strong move to the downside. And as you can see, this candle is pretty big here. So I would assume that we are potentially going to have a nice spike in the price in the coming days. But as you can see, it did seem like we have some sort of a bear pennant here. As you can see, this was your pennant and this was your pole, right? And if you take that back down, so you can potentially still come back down as low as 002555. That is based on the target from the pennant. Obviously, depends on how you target the pennant, right? If you want to use the last 2 candles here, it all depends. I do start with the beginning of the move where the downtrend started, all the way down to where the pennant was formed, and from there, at the point of breakout, I place the trend line. That gives me the target at the bottom of the trend line, basically. So that is where you can potentially expect the price to go down. Like I said, I don't think that's going to happen. If it will happen, I'm just going to assume that that's going to be a wick, just like we had over here and just like we had over here. So I don't think the price is going to fall below this green buy zone. So yeah, that's pretty much it. If we get a bearish cross, then I would assume that we're going to consolidate below the EMAs, potentially below the 200 EMA for quite some time, but it all depends on Bitcoin, obviously. So yeah, if you want to get some swing trades in, then just target this red zone above you and then buy in once you get back down to the 0.236 Fib retracement, which is sitting at 004409. So that's something to keep in mind. But overall, I do think that Bezoge has done very well in these pullbacks, in these corrections, because as you can see, it didn't really drop that hard as some other altcoins, some other blue chips did drop significantly. So that is pretty much it, guys. Thank you for watching. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to check me out on Patreon. We have a great community over there. It's a great place to support me and a great place for me to give back more extra content to you. So if you have any TA requests that you want to get done quickly, we do have TAs in there. We do have video requests. We do have low cap gem calls, around about 21 low cap gem posts in there. So with the prices going down right now, the low cap gems are good for entry right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching, and make sure to check out the donation links to support Ukraine. I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.